I believe records are about just capturing a photograph or a Polaroid at the time. I don't think they should be, intensely laboured over, especially in this band. And I think they should represent this little photograph of whenever we are, June, in Los Angeles in 2012.
I think by the time we got to Burbank, the songs were there, but it was structurally tightening them up, And we did a lot of the pre-production before we'd actually got into that rehearsal studio in the Valley, We've been going hard for about 12 months to get us to here.
Dave's got a lot of experience recording a lot of the biggest albums that we love. And he's worked with Rick Rubin, who's a producer we really dig. He's worked with him a lot. So he was when his name came up, and we looked at what he'd done and all the sounds he's pulled and all the mixing he's done, it was kind of a pretty easy decision in the end.
Can you keep the hi-hat? That'll give it a little more pop,
Yeah. I'd met Dave before, because he was working at 301 at a studio in Byron, and we had an idea that we might like to work with him. So I went and met him, went and had a beer with him at the Rails, and we just kind of talked, and I knew that everyone would like him. So when I got back to the boys, it was just like, we're going to this guy's going to be good to work with. He kind of gets it, he knows what we're doing. And I gave him, he got the demos that night after I'd met with him, because I rang our A&R guy and I said, I'm interested, I think the boys will be interested. So he got the demos that night. And the next day he was texting me already going, this song, I like this song, let's do this with this song. So he was really proactive from the get-go. So by the time we got into the rehearsal studio, we'd already built up a pretty good rapport, Well, I had, and I think all the boys had too. Phil had been talking to him on the phone.
When we met together, he took out pre-choruses, there was arrangement ideas, there was tempo stuff switching, there was key changes, lyrics were still getting tightened on. Lots of drum stuff. Like he really nailed Chris. Like, Phil's here, do that, don't do that, can you do this? Chris called him Dr. Rhythm after the first 3 days. Like, fucking Dr. Rhythm.
He just kind of tightened up the loose ends that were kind of sticking out to him. That we can kind of see that kind of stuff, but it's easier for someone from the outside to just come in and just neaten it up a little bit.
As far as Dave coming on and getting the mark or hitting the mark, I had no idea what the mark was. So I was happy for him to kind of set the mark and go, boom, there's the mark.
I asked him a few days ago what he does before he takes on a band and that kind of thing, because we kind of do the same thing. We research him on the net and before we talk to him and find out his background and YouTube him and fucking run him through the police records.